Good day, my teens. I'm excited to join you. I love all the incoming creations coming in. Today we are going to make a star. Making a star is an origami classic. It allows you to practice paper folding. Generally, origami uses one sheet of paper, but today we will be using two. Let's get started. Once you selected both sheets of paper, we need each sheet to be cut into a square. So how we're going to do that, you're going to bring that bottom piece up to the side of that piece of paper, and we're going to try to achieve and cut a square out of both pieces of paper. So cut off this side here once you do that fold. Alright, so we gotta do that to both sheets of paper. Bring that up. I'm going to fold it and cut a square. I'm going to cut off that side. That rectangle shape needs to be cut off so we can get a nice square shape. Okay, so we're going to open both of the sheets up, and we're going to work on one side first, but we're going to mirror everything we do to one sheet. We're going to do the same thing to the other sheet. So we're going to fold this right in the middle and open it back up, because we just did a guide right here in the middle we are going to follow. Now you're going to bring both sides and do a cupboard fold, and that's bringing both sides into that inner guide fold. Just like this. Make sure you're creasing your folds really nice. You can do the same thing to the other sheet of paper. So fold in half. And then do that cupboard fold, which is bringing both sides into that middle guide we just did. Side one and side two. Okay, so now we get to this fold here. We're going to just fold it one more time, just like this, and just make sure that every fold you make, you're creasing it really nicely. Do the same thing. We're going to mirror what we just did to the other sheet of paper. Just make sure you're working on a nice flat surface. It really helps when you're doing creasing and folding origami. So we're going to make sure that both of the flaps are facing to the left. So see how it opens? They both face your left. Now we're going to work on this one. We are going to, on the top side, bring this fold and fold it as a valley fold to your right, just like this. That bottom side, if we fold it to the right, you're going to fold the opposite, which is to your left. Now, the more you fold on the sheet of paper, it's going to get a little tricky because the paper will feel thicker. But as long as you're doing those nice creases, it'll be easier to fold on the next step. So we're going to mirror what we just did on this side. So on the left side, we did the valley fold to the right. We're going to do this one the opposite, so to the left. So bring this corner to the left, this corner to your right. So side by side, they're going to look opposite. So now we're going to bring this top side and bring it down to your left and do a valley fold. So you're going to see a little triangle here while you're folding it. That is our valley fold. And then you're going to do the same to the other side, and it's going to start looking kind of like a Z. And just make sure you're creasing them really nicely like this. So you'll have some flaps here on one side. If you flip it over, there are no flaps here. So we're going to do the same steps on this side of paper. We're going to mirror that. So we do our valley fold. You'll see that triangle forming there. And see how it looks like a Z. Now when we put these side by side, it's gonna look like two opposite Z's, a mirror Z, just like this. Now this part gets really tricky because we're using two sheets of paper. You want to be able to have both of your sheets of paper with the plain side facing together. So see how when we do this, you'll have the flaps on one side and then the opening flaps on the opposite side. This is where you're going to fold over inside the other sheet to tuck it in. While you're doing this, make sure you're going and folding, pressing on it. You're going to do the same thing and tuck this into the opposite sheet. So you're gonna open it up, tuck it in. We have the first part of the star open, just like this. Now we're going to flip it over and do the same thing on the corners. We're going to tuck it in. And it gets a little tricky only because your paper starts getting a little bit thick. And just try to squeeze that into there. And while you're going and tucking these in, make sure you're pressing down. This last one, you gotta use a little bit of strength there to put this corner into that last pocket here. And there you have it, a paper star. I hope you enjoyed creating an origami star as much as I did. You can see how far your star will fly, but remember, be careful not to hurt anyone. Don't forget they are not only used for throwing, you can also use them to decorate or combine them into other crafts or displays. If you haven't already, go to read20az.org and register for our summer reading program, Imagine Your Story. Throughout the summer activities, you will find secret codes to enter for additional points. For example, if you have watched this video, our secret code is Origami Fun 1. Receive additional points by sending your completed masterpiece to library@buckeyeaz.gov. Happy summer!